Hello, my darlings. My name is Victoria, and this is Veritas Tarot. Virgo, I am going to do your autumn reading for you. I am using my Wildwood Tarot, followed by my Animal Tarot. We're going to be looking at the Wildwood Tarot to look at where you are now. And then we're going to take a little peek at 2023 with the Animal Tarot. So this reading is for those that most need to hear it at this time. If it resonates and you were guided to see it, this reading was meant for you. If it does resonate, my darling, and you would like to go a little bit deeper, do book a personal reading with me. All of the details are in the description box below. So let's see what wants to come out for Virgo, for those that most need to hear the message. I'll be looking for 3 cards and potentially 1 on the bottom of the deck. That wanted to come out. Thank you, Spirit. 2 of Fire, 2 of Wands. Thank you. What else wants to come out? In the middle of the deck, you've got the Pilgrim, and then you've got the 3 of Pentacles. And 1 more, please. Overriding energy. Thank you, Spirit. 1 more, please. That was too many cards. I did see the 3 of Swords, though, there. See what was to come out. There we go. The World. Bear with me just 1 second, my naughty nut. Bear with me just 1 second. Okay, so sorry about that. So brand new start I see here for you. You've got the World card, but it's not the World card that you know of it. It's almost like the Magician here, number 1, the World. But it is you walking away from something that has been destroyed. Now, when we are in a situation like this, it can help to look at it that when something, and she's looking determined here and she's got what she needs with her, but she has made a choice to walk away from it. So something like this, which is caused by fire, and fire is seen as a natural part of nature. I want you to remind yourself that when we are ready at a soul level for an expansion in our lives, our existing structure disappears, it dissipates. And it's because a new expanded structure is coming in. And so look at it that whatever you, although you may not feel this, if you're looking at it through the eyes of just yourself, you have succeeded at something because that structure has disappeared, and therefore you're ready for something new. So this is the World card, and it's, I feel with you though that you have, the veil has been lifted. So it's almost like the end of certain perspectives that you may have had about things. It's the end of illusions that you may have had about things. It's the end of feeling safe in something that you realized actually wasn't a safe structure. It was something that could have gone up at a moment's notice. So I'm feeling with this that because she's very determined in this, that you've made a choice now. This is overriding energy, currently here in autumn, a choice that's going to change everything for you. And you know, the great beauty in life, because life is spontaneous, life does happen by itself, that we can't control what happens in our lives, but we can control how we react or we respond to it. And when we respond with an awareness of understanding that life is happening by itself and that we are playing that game of life, let's put it that way, then our response is one of understanding, our response is one of peace, our response is one of, do you know what, I'm okay, actually, I'm going to go with it. And so therefore we're taking responsibility. Our response is a responsibility for ourselves. We're making choices from the understanding that we are life itself experiencing itself, and actually we're making considered actions and choices on the back of that. So I really feel that you're putting a great deal of distance between yourself and what has happened, and you have energetically and maybe physically turned your back on it because you have learned what you've needed to know. You're taking with you what you need to take with you. It's not easy, I know, and this is at the moment this sort of uphill struggle. It feels like a bit of an uphill struggle, but Spirit wants you to acknowledge within yourself that you have made a choice that's going to change everything for you, because you are expanding now into a brand new, wonderful structure. where there is infinite possibilities for you. And this is the Magician card. So that is that. So choices comes down here to the Two of Fire, which is the Two of Wands. This rod here, this choice you've made is already set in stone. You've already energetically expressed this, whether you, before you even consciously did, you had set your intention that you desired this to happen because it was good for you, it's right for you, even though it was a very painful and potentially very traumatic experience for you. You, and you've got here the thistles here representing that as well. You made a choice and therefore you set this in motion. And you had, with this Two of Wands, the courage to make a shift, the courage to make a change. You see here with the snakes here, this is about a rebirth, about shedding skins, shedding the old, embracing the new. And you have not let fear stop you in your tracks. Fear, freeze, flight. I can't remember the other one. I always forget this, but you haven't frozen. Okay, you haven't frozen. You have not taken flight, you've taken considered choices, considered actions. You've had the courage to feel the fear and act through it. And you had choices to go either way, but you've made a choice that is right for you. And so Spirit wants you during this time that feels like an uphill struggle to keep feeling, whenever you feel those feelings of fear, welcome those feelings of fear in, because they're there to teach you. Welcome them in, embrace them, look at them, thank them for showing you that there is something new that you're doing and that you're being courageous through walking through it. And isn't it interesting that when we fear something, when we have a huge fear of something, actually when we do it, sometimes, more than often, it all dissipates, the fear. And we think, oh, well, why was I so scared of doing that? Or we come out feeling excited and ready. Another way of looking at fear, feeling excited and ready, because we decided that despite it, we weren't going to let fear stop us from doing what was right for us. So all of this is releasing a lot of stuck energy for you. And now, back in the center of the deck, you've got, call it the Fool card, but it's the Pilgrim card. It's doing things your way. It's doing things differently. It's doing things intuitively. It's seeing problems that you may be facing as challenges for your growth. There is always a solution to every problem. When we don't see the problem so much as something that didn't happen the way that we wanted it to happen, but we see it as a challenge to maybe shift us into a different direction. So life at this time, although you have gone through something extraordinary, I feel that you feel that you've made a very simple, brave decision, life impacting decision. And because of that, you've set yourself on this journey. And you have questions. You have a lot of questions at this time. And questions are a quest. And when you look to seek the answer on your quest with your authentic truth, you will be given it at exactly the right time for you. And again, just like she's here with this little backpack here, do you see? She's just taking what she needs. Again, here, she only has a little backpack. So you have relieved yourself of a lot of weights that you were carrying from the past, a lot of burning down energy. So there we are, that's bang in the center of the reading for you. And then you have the Three of Pentacles, which is after this. This is part of this quest. Okay, so here is your Three of Pentacles, my darling. This is the Three of Earth. This is a brand new foundation for you. This is a brand new beginning for you. This represents the start. I'm so sorry about that. This represents the start of something, and you starting to see things differently. You starting to see and observe things that maybe you hadn't noticed before, that are there all around you. And you've got here the horses. And you've got here this young horse and this older horse here. So this is nurturing that you're giving yourself, nurturing to the inner child within, maybe nurturing to a child as well, but this is for you. This reading is for you. So this is the nurturing you're doing for yourself and the teaching and the guidance that you are receiving at this time. And what Spirit wants you to do, just like a young foal would do, is to keep stepping out of your comfort zone. Okay, keep taking those steps forward, keep facing those fears and walking through them, because this is all amazing, strong foundations that you're building for yourself. And embrace and harness the power of spirituality that will help you on this journey, help you discover, because the essence of you, my darling, is always there, quietly in stillness, right there for you at all times. It is the fears coming from our identity personality, the I in you, not the I am in you. And if you can see through that facade and you can say, do you know what? I'm going to start to see life differently. I'm going to start to treat life differently. Then you are creating a whole new way of being. And this is wonderful. This is a wonderful beginning. This is awesome for you. And you've even got this sort of the little bit of magic here with the white horse here, which is in Wiltshire. Have a look at that. But it's about mysticism and spirituality and signs and synchronicities that you're being shown at this time. So start to be really observant of those. So now, if I put these aside, let's see for you what a little peek at 2023 for you with these cards in mind. Thank you, Spirit. And obviously, you know, this is a potential outcome for you, and it depends on the choices and decisions that you are making now. But that was very strong advice from Spirit for you about what to do looking forward. So let's have a look, my darlings, for Virgo for 2023. Thank you. Regards this reading. So 9 of Winter, 9 of Swords. I didn't turn my phone off. I do apologize. Oh, lots of cards want to come out for you. Another card, please. Thank you. There we go. Release. Thank you. One more. Thank you, Spirit. 6 of Pentacles. That is wonderful. Number 5, Unity. Hierophant on the bottom of the deck. The polar bear. You are going to feel, this is 2023, a time of great spiritual power. Embrace it. You're also going to learn to embrace your solitude as well, just like the polar bear here lives alone in solitude. But embrace it, embrace that time. There are so many opportunities within the solitude when our energy is not thinned out, distracted, conflicted, dissipated by others' energy that might not be in the same space as you. So when we are on this stage of our spiritual journey, we tend to spend a lot of time alone and do seek the unique choices and decisions and understandings and realizations and resonances that you're going to feel during this time, because you're going to be making unique footprints going forward. So this is unity. This is you coming into unity with your soul, with your higher self, this understanding that you are more than the I, you are the I am. And you're going to be very committed to this. This is a wonderful overriding energy for you. So embrace this time of deep spiritual growth. And also, thank you. This little mother bear is teaching these 2 babies here. This is also a time that you may, and I feel you will, because it's symbolized here. And just like everybody does, when you're on that quest, you receive exactly at the right time for you, exactly who you need to help you as a mentor, as a teacher, as somebody that you resonate with. And so listen for the messages. Listen to it consciously, listen to it, actively listen to it, because within those, when you're having a conversation such as that, and you are then very aware that this is the gift of divinity. This is a message coming from source and energy, from infinite intelligence. You will listen. And in that space, you will receive and then make your choices and decisions based on how you felt, how you resonated when you received a specific message for you at a specific time. That's really important. Try not to observe things from the eyes of the past. Try not, in your solitude, try not to get caught up in the old, because you've got the release card in the middle of the deck. Try not to focus on the negative. It is going to make the waters rough. The waters are your emotions. It's going to give you lots of ups and downs. Trust, just like you did with this inspired, amazing choice that you've made for yourself. Trust that those challenges that you're facing are only for your growth now, in order for you to be ready to embrace what is coming in your future. Be in the present moment right now. Remember that living and reliving the past only churns up, just like this water, the feelings that are not part of who you are anymore. And I'm not to say to ignore those feelings, but again, do what you did when you made this choice. Respect them, embrace them, and say, thank you for showing me why you've come up to the surface. Thank you for showing me what it is I'm still being asked to release. And this sea lion, it's like the lion, that was in another reading actually, but the sea lion is representative of the strength and courage, just like the lion, that you have, and that you can do this, and you can actually dive deep. When you're ready to dive deep into those emotions, and really look at maybe even more the physical feelings of those emotions as opposed to the mental side. Remove the context and just focus on the physical. And that's going to help with your healing. That's the Nine of Swords, because it is a time of, in early 2023, it's a time of rest for you as well. This is winter. It's a time of renewal for you. And, you know, when it's almost like, I'm not saying for you to be indifferent to it, but when you're doing this deep level doing, when you're diving deep, in that moment, be with those emotions, and then don't nourish those negative emotions by giving them any more attention. When we accept and see a lesson and a shift and a change because of something that's happened, it does not then have the power to hurt us anymore, because we've seen the gift within it. We've seen the soul gift within it. And then we focus and direct our attention to going forward with that understanding of what it is that we have learned. And that's why, bang in the middle of the reading, you've got number 13 here, the release card. It's this extraordinary time with you committed to your spiritual growth. And as part of that, that's your connection with yourself, which is the most important relationship you'll ever have in your life. It's about releasing the past peacefully, remembering it without anger, and coming into the full expression, beautiful expression of who you are. Transformative is transferring of information, because it's time. You have been given information that you didn't know then, but say thank you to yourself for the past, for your past, that for the person that did the best they could at the time with what they had. And then look at it and say, but because of all of this, I am who I am now. So I'm really grateful. And this card is a time of moving forward and embracing the future, which is going to be a wonderful, you've got this 3 of Pentacles, and then you've got the 6 of Pentacles, and the 3 and the 6 makes 9. And the 9 is that wonderful, conscious, creative reality that you are manifesting for yourself, where you're understanding that you are the magician of your life, and that you are creating those things that you desire. The 6 of Autumn, the 6 of Pentacles. So this is about coming into balance because of the inner work that you are doing. This is about the giving and receiving. So it is about giving out what it is that you wish to receive, but also understanding that if you give too much and those that aren't ready to receive it do not give back to you in some form or other, and you have expectation of that, then you have to take notice of when to take a step back, when to say, do you know what, I am giving too much and I'm not receiving, because everything is balanced out. And so Spirit wants you to give. If you wish to give it from a place that is unconditional, but don't expect in return, and understand that if there is something coming back in return, which might be not quite what you would expect, actually look for the gift in it, look for the lesson in it that helps you. There are steps for you. There are steps for you to take. There is the other thing with this is the arigato, which is giving and receiving with gratitude and blessing, allowing a flow of abundance and energy for you. But there are signs for you. There are signs that you will see that will really help you at this time. I'm going to pull one more card for you, my darlings. Thank you. Kiwi, Australia. I don't know if that means anything to anybody, but that was just something that I was told to mention. And the Five of Summer, the Five of the Five of Cups, the Dragonfly. It's a representation of magic, darling. It's a representation of you able to manifest. It's the representation of hovering in the present, of focusing that vital energy, life force on what you're doing right now, on the nectar of life, not on the past. You did everything you should have done. Should, not a word I would use, but you do everything that you were meant to have done. Everything that's happened has happened for you, for the next greatest version of you, the next expanded version of you. So no regrets, my darling, no second guessing yourself. Live in the present. The past, don't bring the past any more than that it's learning lessons for you into your present. Bring the gifts in from the past. Don't bring the trash in. Okay, bring the growth in. Don't bring the weeds in. Don't encourage the weeds to overtake what you are growing for yourself right now. So there we are. That is your reading, Virgo. I trust that has helped those that have resonated with the reading. I look forward to doing another reading for you very soon. But in the meantime, do enjoy my daily readings that are there for you. So much love, my darlings. Take care. Bye-bye.